Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
It is the Call Flow Radio Show for Monday. What month are we in now? September already.
September 9th, John.
Yeah, and have the year of...
Wake up and smell the roses already. No, I'm kidding.
It's that natural.
That's how I sound when I smell the roses. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Hey.
This is what we used to call it is what we call the Call Flow Radio Show. So if you'd like to be a part of the program, give us a call, 434-394-0924. And to my immediate left, on your right on the radio dial, I guess, would be Noah Massage.
Would it be the right on the radio dial, I guess? Right?
That's what I just said.
Yeah. True. Hey.
Thank you for paying attention. Smell the roses.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did this morning. I smelt the roses, and I was like, it's going to be a good day. And so here we are, John. Great day.
It is.
You know, we were talking earlier about I proposed the question to John whether people, younger people wearing like old band shirts, and I think a good example would be like Van Halen, is like upsetting to somebody who grew up with that music, seeing like a younger person who doesn't really understand how important that music was to them. Just wear it casually, and John, I was surprised that John. That was kind of funny. John does not get upset. Is that right, John?
Doesn't really bother me.
Doesn't bother you.
I'm aware that for the most part they probably don't know them, but it doesn't bother.
Would you make fun of them though?
If I was
poke
younger,
a little fun.
If I was younger, I might have said something like, I doubt you even know who that is.
Have you said that before?
Yes, I have. But not about Van Halen. I think it was Zeppelin or something.
Okay. I'm wearing a Beatles shirt right now, John. Do you want to comment on that?
Do you know anything about that band?
Yes, I do, yes.
Okay.
Paul Bingo, I think was...
John was the walrus, by the way.
I thought it was Don. I'm sorry.
Okay. Him too.
And
that's what my nephew used to call me, Uncle Don.
Are you serious?
I think so.
That's funny.
Right. He still does sometimes to be silly.
No, that's
cute. On this day that Elizabeth II became the longest reigning monarch in British history.
I did not know that, John. Are you serious?
Surpassing Victoria's record reign of 63 years and 216 days on this day back in 2015. Now you feel better about it. See, because you have the Union Jack on.
That's right.
Which is the British flag.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
yes.
So, and...
Love the Brits.
When I saw that, it just made me go straight to this moment in history.
Yeah, yeah.
1998, Special Prosecutor Kenneth W. Starr, with 2 R's, sent to Congress to report on his investigation into the actions of U.S. President Bill Clinton in the Whitewater affair and subsequent matters, including Clinton's improper relationship with intern Monica Lewinsky. Lewinsky.
And what a weird moment in history, by the way.
Yeah.
That was like, televised. And
whatever.
I watched an old clip from the 2000s where he does admit to it, but it was at a bar and people were watching the TV, and Bill was on the TV, and everybody was like, "Oh no, Bill didn't just admit to it, did he?" And everybody was kind of like,
"I thought he made an announcement, an official announcement, a week later from denying he was banging on the counter."
He was like, "I did not have these relations with this woman," and then he was like, "Guys, guess what? I did though."
It turns out somebody told me I did.
Well, I mean, it's hard to. I mean, that's a hard one to.
That's bad when you have to break the news to somebody.
Yeah.
My thing was, it wasn't that big of a deal. But my thing was, if you're going to lie about that, what are you also lying about?
Yeah.
If you're going to lie about something like that,
do you think history would be different if he just admitted to it in the beginning? It was like, yes, I did. Is there anything wrong with that?
But he didn't.
And that kind of caused almost a ripple effect of being if they're lying about that, what are they not telling us?
Unfortunately, I don't think enough people thought that way, but I sure as what did. But anyway, 1990, American tennis pro player Pete Sampras defeated Andre Agassi. I probably watched this in the U.S. Open to capture his first of 14 Grand Slam single titles. Sampras used to rule back in the day. 1996, we just heard that his birthday is today, and it's probably what this is saying here. American comedian and actor Adam Sandler was known for his portrayal of infidel?
Infidel? I don't see the word, John. Okay. Yes.
Infinity. But Enduring Characters was born.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So, are you a big Adam Sandler fan?
John, I think his movies are kind of silly. It's just that kind of comedy that is
infantile.
comforting. Yes.
Infantile or whatever.
Infantile.
Yeah. Infinity.
Baby comedy.
Right.
Comedy for your...
So I take it you're not a big fan.
And not saying it's bad. I'm just saying there's a time and a place for that. And, he fills that void that you need, the film. So.
1956, rock and roll star Elvis Presley made his first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Give us a little...
really nice boy. This really sweet... nice boy.
You're doing the Ed Sullivan impression, but people really want to hear the Elvis.
I thought you were going to dress up like Ed Sullivan at some point.
What are you talking about?
Really good show. Really good boy.
Can I hear Elvis? I just want a little taste.
We need money for that. Okay. 1941 American singer and songwriter Otis Redding.
Okay.
Considered one of the great soul stylists of the 1960s was born.
Yeah, wow. What year was that?
1941.
1941, wow. Yeah, he had some good hits.
Otis Redding, pretty good.
Do you like that kind of music? I feel like that would be too slow and methodic. You want something more like
as long as it doesn't sound
energetic.
like Pink Floyd, I'm fine with it.
You have a beef with Pink Floyd? Is that what I'm hearing, John?
I just figured that's where you were going with it.
A little bit.
So I figured I'd dig in a little deeper with you.
So Pink Floyd, you don't like. Otis Redding is...
I'll take Otis Redding over Pink Floyd any day of the week, yeah.
What about Bob Dylan? Is he kind of like on the fence?
Bob Dylan.
Can't sing, but his songs are really great.
He's a good songwriter. I'll give him that.
Does the good songwriting make up for the fact
Lack
that he cannot
sing?
sing?
Not really, no.
It doesn't?
No. Because Elvis didn't technically write any of his songs.
Yeah. But
he's a great performer.
He performed them with all of his body.
So, it depends on what you're into. If songwriting is what you're into, then you would look at it that way as far as, well, I am really appreciative of the songwriting craft. It doesn't bother me they can't sing. Me, I was always more so of the performance way. So it didn't matter to me who wrote the song.
Speaking of Bob Dylan, though, John, like Mr. Tambourine Man, what is that song even about? You can't even play.
It's about a tambourine.
Yeah, but like, you can't like really do a song with just a tambourine. Maybe you can.
You can if it's in the proper hands.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
It's a little.
You keep that percussion.
Okay, yeah.
Going in.
It's like a cajon, Not really like a cajon at all.
I don't know.
You know what a cajon is, right, John?
Do you know what percussion is?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh, those phone lines are still open.
John.
If you'd like.
The conversation just died. Like I just saw a
434394092. Is this like a pastry or something that you're referring to?
What do you mean?
Back to whatever you were talking about.
We talked about
cannoli.
Percussion.
What did you just say?
I didn't say cannoli. You, sir, have food on the brain.
Not really.
We're talking about
What?
Elvis.
No, you're the chef in there. He's wearing a chef hat today, by the way.
I'm actually not, but that would be funny. I am wearing a chef hat. Why not? I'll go with
and it's tilted.
It's tilted. I have the Chef Boyardee hat on today.
It's all fluffed out.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I always just want to hit those.
Hit those, yeah. I actually have a little mouse underneath this hat, too.
That's good.
Yeah.
How's the cooking world?
John, I'm not a chef. I don't know why you think I'm like going to restaurants.
He's always bragging about his...
I can't cook. I literally cannot use anything in the kitchen without messing it up.
I like preparing the meals.
Look, I sometimes a stroke of luck will like hit me, and I can make something that does taste good.
Yeah.
And smell good too. Well, sometimes smell good, but
Well, like an egg salad sandwich. That doesn't really smell good, but it tastes good.
It does taste good. But you're not a fan of egg salad, is that right? Were you telling me this?
No, I like egg salad.
You do like egg salad?
I never had chicken salad before.
Oh, chicken salad.
And I tried that one time, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Some people like grapes. They put fruit in the chicken salad. That's always a weird one.
Yeah, haven't heard of that.
You haven't heard? Wow. You have not lived, John.
No, I just stay in my bat cave and... ponder.
Is that what you do? You like sit on a rock and you have your like fist on your chin, kind of like.
I do a lot
thinking,
of pondering. Yeah.
A lot of pondering.
A lot of pondering.
Yeah.
Those phone lines are open, by the way.
Yes. Well, John, you were talking about tennis earlier. And I believe you told me once that you used to play tennis. You used to be a tennis
Yeah,
player.
but I just to kind of goof
well,
off.
What was that like, John? What inspired you to try it out?
Watching it.
Yeah, and how
TV.
Were you good at it? Like,
I could get the ball across.
Yeah.
I can return, but that's all I ever really wanted. I only ascended to that.
Oh.
Never thought I was going to be a player. Or anything
Okay,
like that.
okay.
I just wanted to volley back and forth with somebody. And that was about as high as I. That's the thing when you like a lot of different things. You got to at some point gauge. All right, well, how far do I want to take this?
yeah, you got to start refining what you like and.
Like playing guitar. How good do I want to be? Meaning, how much time do I want to really
dedicate
Yeah.
to this craft. I
And-
played a guitar the other day.
How'd that go?
Not good.
Oh.
Not good, John.
Break a string?
No. I mean, I literally don't know any chords. I don't even know.
That
what-
helps.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like strumming it, and I was like, I don't think this sounds like the worst thing in the world. It was open strum. I don't
So
know
it
if that's
sounded like
bad.
Bob Dylan is what you're
A
saying.
little Bob Dylan. Yeah. Yeah. I sung a couple of original songs. It was fun.
Original songs?
Yeah.
Okay, and how'd they go?
The reception was mixed, you know.
Who are we playing for, by the way?
A group of people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were they, like, medicated?
No. They
Oh.
were of sober mind.
Oh, okay.
And I played one original song that was
It's best to have one side or the other
Yeah.
medicated in that situation.
No, we were just sitting in the terrible brew, which was my music. I played a song called "My Mom Won't Stop Backseat Driving Me." And yeah.
Sounds like you just tried to do a comedy skit and strum the strings a little bit.
a little bit like that, Joe. Yeah,
Like Beer Run or something like that.
A little something like Beer Run.
B-E-E-R-U-N, Beer Run kind
Yeah.
of song is what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I wish I recorded it. I think it could have been interesting, but yeah, it was kind of wacky. It was
You
different.
said the reviews were mixed.
Some people got it, and some people were laughing.
Some people got it.
Yeah, it was just one of those weird sets, you know, that you
Okay.
do, and you're like, oh, I don't know what happened, but
Have you watched Shogun?
sorry, what was that?
Shogun.
I don't think so. No.
Well, that won a record-breaking 14 Emmys.
Must be really good. Must be really
Really
good.
artsy that nobody really wants to watch it. At the Creative Arts ceremony, Jamie Lee Curtis got her first award ever.
Wow,
Her first Emmy, I guess.
that's amazing. It took this long. Are you serious? She never got
That's what it says.
nothing for Silence of the Lambs.
That's not Jamie Lee Curtis.
Who is that then?
I don't know, but it's not Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay, okay. I believe you.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't lie about that.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. It's not, I don't know why.
Because I can think of the actress, but I can't think of her name right off.
Yeah.
She was a child star that kept staying in film. She was in Taxi Driver at a very young age.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You're right.
Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster. Yes, I'm sorry, John.
That's
That's
all right.
embarrassing.
Finally hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Wait, was Jamie Lee Curtis in the Exorcist films, or was that? somebody-
No.
Okay.
that was Linda Blair.
That was Linda Blair, she did not have a really big career after that.
She was in a lot of
Weird-
B
B
films
films, yeah.
after that. I
Yeah.
think she came back for the second Exorcist,
She did. Yeah.
and
That was her one big movie.
pretty much.
I remember she was on a, like a direct to VHS, I guess, weird hour. It was like a film called How to Get Revenge on people, and it was literally her narrating like different ways. She was like, "Oh, you could put it was like oil in the windshield wiper fluid reservoir," and she was like, "Oh man, that'll get
Not
him." Reservoir, whatever you want to say, John. But
Okay.
okay.
Luther Vandross?
Yeah, sure.
Or Vandross.
What do you say? I say Vandross.
Goes either way.
Okay.
AC/DC, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis, let me see. I can throw some movies at you that maybe you've seen. Did you ever see the movie True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't think I have. Yeah.
All right, she was in that. I mean, I could list movies, but I don't know if they're movies you would have ever watched.
List them, and we'll see.
She was in the Halloween series.
I have seen that.
that
the
was
first one.
That was Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
Well, which one are we talking about? The original?
Yes.
Or the remakes?
John, if I say the first one, I'm not referring to the remakes. I mean the very first one.
Okay,
yeah.
that was Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
The female in that lead character in that.
I don't really like...
And she's still in them. She was still in them in some of these current ones.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of movie remakes. The only time I will watch a remake if it has to be like really great reviews, you know. It's got to have really
Actually
good,
pay attention to
compelling...
the reviews. So you would have been a Siskel and Ebert kind of fan.
I like Siskel and Ebert, yes, and I know who those people are. So
Okay.
Gene Siskel,
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Robert Ebert, yeah.
Interesting.
That's how I...
Whereas I paid no attention to those guys whatsoever.
All right.
Because they wouldn't have endorsed a Van Damme movie, and yet I still would go and enjoy it.
Yeah. Well,
Basically, if they thumbs down, I was like, okay, that's the one to go see. I was always reversal.
You're real going against the grain type of guy.
Always go against the grain. In football and in life.
Yeah.
Go against the grain.
Go against the grain.
It's my motto.
Yeah. You don't like to follow the grain? You like to go against
No, wherever the crowd's going, I go the opposite
why do you
direction.
think that is?
Because I don't want to be a part of the crowd.
You don't want to be a part of the crowd.
I want to stand out and away, very far away.
When did you first feel the need to go against the grain?
A long time ago in
How
a galaxy
old were you?
far, far. I don't know.
Like 7?
Probably.
Going against the grain?
Going way against the grain.
Being like, I'm not going to eat this oatmeal. I'm going to have cereal instead.
I hated oatmeal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot ball. My mom tried to throw that at me at one point.
Do you remember Farina?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
That's kind of like oatmeal. I guess it's a combination between like oatmeal and grits.
Or porridge and pudding.
Sure.
What's the difference?
I don't. Well,
you're the chef. So
oatmeal is like just sad. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like sand. It looks like sand, and when you pour hot water in it, it kind of like expands a little bit, and it's just this nasty, kind of sticky, weird breakfast cereal. Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's when you let the cereal get too wet.
But it wasn't. It was like you make it like you would make oatmeal or one of those things. But it was just. It wasn't. It was just unsatisfying and. Yeah, it just really, really not good.
Hence why I don't touch it. But I just remember just looking at it and going, that looks like it's regurgitated. I don't need
oatmeal?
That. Yeah, or whatever it was. Porridge. I don't remember what it was.
Grits?
It was either oatmeal or grits. Whatever it was, it didn't sit well. Mm-hmm. And so it was like, you're not going to leave this table until you eat that. And I sat there and just didn't budge.
Do you want to hear something funny, John? Well, I may have mentioned this before.
That you make wonderful porridge pudding oatmeal?
That's exactly. No. When I was younger.
Put the cinnamon on it.
Yeah. When I was younger, I was, my mom, I don't know, I was probably like 5 or 6 when this happened. Closer to 5. But I remember it because it was very, I threw up in the end. It was like the first time I really.
For those of you having your breakfast as you're listening.
Yes, John. Look. That's right. Well, look, when I was younger, my mom had this horrible soup, and I don't know what was in it.
Soup?
It was really bad, and it made me, like, sick, and I was 5, and I was trying to explain to her, like, I can't eat this because I don't feel good.
What, did it have okra in it?
So it was something really putrid. It was something really, really putrid, and she told me, she was like, you're not getting up from this table until you finish all of your soup. And I finished it, and I immediately threw up all over the kitchen table in the floor because I was so sick. I remember it was like one of those times where, that memory really like woke me up, like it like turned my consciousness online because I threw up so intensely. And then my mom just sent me to my room.
Everything tastes better the second time around. Well,
Thanks, John.
Go on to a more beautiful subject. The Joy in Mud Bowl. I didn't know this was a thing. Football tournament celebrates 50 years of messy fun. There's a picture of these guys drenched in mud here. Mm-hmm. On Sunday, a 3-day sloppy, muddy mess wrapped up for the Mud Bowl, which is celebrating its 50th year. Now, is this something overseas or is this an American thing? Let's see. College football players aspire to play in bowl games. Professional players dream of playing in the Super Bowl. A bunch of amateurs in New Hampshire, so it is here in the States, just want to get muddy. On Sunday, a 3-day sloppy, muddy mess wrapped up for the Mud Bowl, which is celebrating its 50th year of football, featuring players trudging through knee-deep muck while trying to reach the end zone. For those athletes, or these athletes, playing in mud brings out their inner child.
Mm-hmm. That's sweet.
Conway, New Hampshire.
That's great. Good for those guys.
And it looks like a woman in this shot playing, so I guess it's open to females as well. You're playing football in the mud, so you've got to have a smile on your face, says Jason Vino, the 50-year-old quarterback of the North County Mud Crocs, who described mud as an equalizer. It's just a different game in the mud. It doesn't matter how good you are on grass. That doesn't matter in the mud.
That's a weird excuse to use.
This is like a Captain Obvious kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the annual event taking place at Hog Coliseum, located in
You said that twice?
Hog.
Hog.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it up here. How do you say it up here? But anyway, I think Joe Pesci was the referee.
Hog.
Okay, 5 yards over here.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jason Vino, the 50-year-old quarterback. So I guess it's open to any age.
Yeah. Man, I should see if my grandpop's available for this. I think he would get a kick.
But anyway, so I don't know why this made this wonderful news here, but
yeah.
For whatever reason, it looks like a nice little turnout because they have a wider picture here where they have some people watching on a hill. But I figured since you were talking about yakking up and stuff, I figured I'd just change it up a bit.
Sure,
they actually have cheerleaders in the mud here. This is pretty good.
Okay. All right.
It works for me.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever. So other than
hey, how was your weekend, John?
So you had an exorcist moment with the pea soup, is what you're saying?
A little bit. It wasn't. Yeah, I don't know what was in it, but yes, I did have an exorcist moment.
That was my weekend. Yeah. I don't know. It was okay.
Well, what did you do this weekend?
A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, you say this every Monday.
That's because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I try to watch things that I can't normally watch.
Try to move as little as possible. And just keep a state of relaxation.
As opposed to jumping up out of bed first thing in the morning and coming over here.
Yeah. True.
And then by the time the day is done, you go home, and you crash, and you start all over again. So I just like something a little different.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's...
What do you do besides play songs you made up on the spot?
Well, John, a little bit of everything,
Obviously.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
But that's what young people do. That's good that you're doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Young people should be active and things.
I went mattress shopping.
Mattress shopping?
That's what I said.
Like a Tempur-Pedic kind of thing?
Yeah, and I got to say, those mattress salesmen, those are some sleazy people. They want to sell you a mattress on the spot. Like, I went in.
You think you hate this bed now? Wait till you lay it.
Let me tell you, John, I went in on a Friday, and he was trying to make me leave the store with, like, 3 mattresses. And I had to tell him, I was like, his name was Anthony. Anthony, if you're listening. But I told him, I was like, right now, I just kind of want to like window shop a little bit.
Where'd you go to the Mattress King or something? Or?
It was like a mattress store, kind of like that. And I mean, well, first of all, I'll say this. I went in and I had to use the bathroom. And so he was like, he was like, okay, well, our bathroom's all the way in the back, so let me just walk you back there.
Buying customers only allowed in the back.
That would be funny, yeah. And so, like, I went back there, and then I was like, oh, it really is in the back, because I was, like, in the office area of the, and there was, like, old, like, 3-week-old pizza boxes still just, like, out and about, and, like, there was a light flickering on and off.
So the bathroom was immaculate.
It was rough. It was rough. That's what I'm saying. It was not.
I figured that's where you were going.
But like I found it funny because it was not good. Like the drop ceiling had wires sticking out, and there was tiles missing, and there was lights flickering, and there was a loud fluorescent buzzing. It was like a very bad place. But with
how are the mattresses?
I did want to mention I didn't buy any mattresses,
what?
John. But when I was back there, I saw a file cabinet with 3 years. It was 2003, 2004, and 2005. And I was like, how long do they have to keep these documents for?
Very important.
Yeah.
Because you never know when somebody's going to pull those tags off.
Yeah, exactly.
Those illegal... the papers. You got to keep the papers up. Well, that's interesting. And since we are now at the bottom of the hour, we can do some official things like the weather and birthdays and all that good stuff.
What makes them official, Joe?
Because there are things we have to do.
Okay.
As opposed to just talking about,
Mattress shopping.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
you playing tennis.
Or you blowing chunks on
All right,
mom's
John.
table.
Oh, okay.
This edition of the weather brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
And for today, sunny skies, a high near 79 tonight, clear with a low around 49. Sunny Tuesday, a high near 83. Tuesday night, clear with a low around 53. Sunny on Wednesday and a high near 84. Then Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 56. Humidity is 95%. Winds are calm. Barometer 30.20. Fair skies here in Farmville. Right now it's 50. The Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
And with those wonderful birthdays and possible anniversaries, I present to you Noah Massah.
Thank you, John. Today is the 9th of September, and we have some birthdays to read. So,
All right.
we're going to start off with Harrison Miles. We also have Kashmir Adams, Ray Dillon, Brandy Clary. And that's going to be it. I'll just read it one more time from back to front. We have Brandy Clary, Ray Dillon, Kashmir Adams, and Harrison Miles celebrating today.
All right. Thank you much,
Of
Noah.
Of course.
So if you would like to add and all that, include, or whatever the case may be, 434-394-0924. Otherwise, send the names to...
Birthdays at WFLO.net.
You are correct,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. And for the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, Main Street, Farmville. So, where do we go from here? Famous birthdays.
Oh, John.
Always a good place to go. Actor Hugh Grant
Hugh Grant.
turned 64 today. His fun fact: appeared as a Oompa Loompa in the 2023 film Wonka.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Johnny Carson.
Well, kind of Casey Kasem meets
Okay,
Johnny
okay.
Carson. Actor Adam Sandler turns 58. We talked about that. Fun fact, starred in the film Spaceman, which premiered earlier this year. Did you see Spaceman?
Did you see Spaceman, John?
No.
No, I didn't either.
Some people call him Bubble, but his name is Bublé. Michael Bublé, singer Michael Bublé.
You're
turns
talking
40
about me, John.
No, I never would do such a thing as that. Michael Bublé turns 48 today. I didn't realize we were pretty much the same age.
Yeah, that's weird.
Fun fact, his sister Crystal has worked as an actress.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That is very nice.
I don't know how that's his fun fact. That would be her fun fact, I would think. But
Yeah.
but
Doesn't quite make sense.
nothing does. Actress Michelle Williams turns 44. Her fun fact, she used to be on Dawson's Creek way back in the day.
Wow. You watched that show, John.
A little bit when it first came
Kind
on.
of surprising, isn't it? Like a what is it called?
But I would have
Like
been
a
close to.
drama?
I was that age.
You
though.
were a drama.
I was the age of those people on the show, except for her. She was the youngest on that show.
Mm-hmm.
But she ended up marrying Heath Ledger.
Okay.
But her fun fact, I don't think that's what it's going to be listed here. One of her first feature film roles was in the 1995 film Species. I remember this, where she played a younger version of Natasha Henstridge character, Syl. Did you ever see that film?
I did not. No.
Species is this film where it starts off and it shows this very young Michelle Williams in this sort of test tube kind of thing, and turns out, I'm sorry for the spoilers, but the film is pretty old. She's sort of like a government experiment where they take an alien embryo and mix it kind of with a human element.
Yeah.
And so on the outside, she looks human, but
On the inside, she has like green blood and
she's weird, yeah. And
Whoa.
she eventually escapes and grows up to be Natasha Henstridge, and they chase after her and all this other stuff. And it's for the time it was kind of a neat film. Of course, they made a few others, at least 3 more, I think. But the first one was probably the better one of all of them.
Okay.
Who else do we have here? Tom Wopat, 73. That would not be Bo Duke. It would be Luke Duke of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
The one with the dark hair.
I didn't watch that show, John.
Well, I was watching that show when I was probably before going into school. I was probably like 4 or 5 when I was watching that show, which was about these 2 cousins who lived with Uncle Jesse and cousin Daisy.
Who's Uncle Jesse?
Uncle Jesse? The name escapes me. Time has forgotten his name. No. I know who Daisy Duke was, though. And because she wore the short jeans that created the name Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Dukes.
That's where that term comes from. Yeah. And they used to make her wear pantyhose, though, because they thought it'd be a little too risque for her to just have bare legs when she would wear those. I always thought that was a weird reasoning. What's the difference? I don't get why wearing pantyhose would make it less whatever. But, but supposedly that was one.
I'm sure they have their reasons. Probably not.
Well, they got their reasons. They just don't make any sense.
Yeah.
But anyway. Who else do we have that's worth mentioning?
John McPhee from the Doobie Brothers, John?
John McPhee?
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, no.
No. Well, he's celebrating today, turning 73.
No.
And, the Doobie Brothers, you're not a fan.
I like the early Doobie Brothers. I like Tom Johnson's version of the Doobie Brothers. Once they got into "He came from somewhere back in," the Michael McDonald years, not as much.
Not a big fan. Okay.
Not a huge fan. No. All right, we got our first caller of the day. Good morning. You're on the air.
Oh, good morning, man.
Men. Good morning.
How you doing?
Do I get my Okay. Do I get a first caller prize or anything?
Yes, you win.
You get the no-win prize. Yes.
Refer to the papers if you want a discount. If you want a coupon. Oh.
So
did you guys hear? De Niro died.
Robert De Niro died? No, I have not heard that. So you think I got that info, or I just don't see it on this news outlet I'm looking at? But I'm not saying you're not right. I just haven't heard about it.
Huh? I mean, maybe I saw it plastered on the internet. Maybe it was just a click or something.
Could be a hoax. Let's see.
I might have to take like a day of mourning if De Niro is dead.
I think it's a hoax because I just pulled them up and I don't see anything about it.
Huh?
They do that every so often. Where did you see this at?
I was surfing the internet over the weekend, and I saw a big thing, and a little clicking bait, I guess. Yeah.
I don't see anything about him passing.
Huh. Well, shucks. Now that I think about it, I didn't see anything on the telly either.
The telly? Where are you at? Over there in Britain? Where are you?
Just on the internet. I don't know. Maybe I've stepped into the future for a while, and I'm back, and it's already occurred.
What a horrible day.
I think Bobby's still with us. I think everything's okay.
What a horrible day when he dies, or even Al Pacino. Like, think about when those guys
I'd miss Al Pacino more myself.
You would?
Oh, yeah. I like Al Pacino better.
He's a weird guy. He's fun.
I don't care. What do you think?
Yeah. Yelling and screaming.
I like that. I like that attitude.
Yeah.
Just yelling and screaming.
Okay, I can do that more if you want, John.
I haven't died
Funny.
yet.
Oh, shoot.
Wow.
So I guess.
Hey,
anything I say after
caller, do you have any more fake news for us?
Fake news.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Anything I say after this will be questionable.
And researched, and people. We have a team now that just like fact checks you with anything you say. No, I'm kidding.
There is a device?
Yes. A device.
Oh.
If you mean like a, yeah.
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Yes, all right.
Oh my
okay.
gosh! I'd have a phone with a cord on it if I could find them.
So anything else you'd like to bring up?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
And this is you guys were talking about buying a mattress.
Yeah, that was Noah. Yeah.
Yeah, so can you imagine the look on the salesman's face? Because it kind of reminded me of used car salesman, kind of.
Yeah,
That's what it sounded
very well.
like.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can get you in this bed today.
Yes. So what would happen if you walked in and you're like, we're thinking of this mattress, but can you set it up in the back? I have my wife here, and we're going to check it out before we leave.
Now it loses value once you take it off the lot.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, there's something on the tag says, there's a little red light on the tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the prices of those mattresses I was looking at were about the same as a used car. We're talking about like $3,500 to $4,000. I was like, he was really, determined to get me.
Looking for a low mileage bed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that used car is really, really used for 2000.
Oh man.
Dang, gone. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it has tires. Still on blocks.
So you're still hunting for
That's
beds.
right. Well, I'm looking. If anybody wants to donate their bed, I will not take it. I'm just kidding.
It's got a stain on it. You can just flip over the cushion.
Yeah. That's awful.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
So
did you guys catch the what's that?
Go ahead. Catch
Okay.
what?
You've heard of the shroud of Tord, I think it's called.
Yes.
Well, they believe that they found spots of blood on it that they can link to Jesus. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, I've heard that sort of thing before.
And this was just fairly recent because there was a little ticker on the bottom, and I guess it was. So I don't know how that's possible if you don't have a sample from the real deal.
Yeah. The real Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't.
But I mean, it's an interesting piece. But I don't know how. I'm like you. I don't know how they would decipher that sort of thing. But I don't know. I guess the best they could do is, and I've heard talk of this, is figure out timeline-wise how old that actually is. But I thought
carbon dating kind of,
which I thought they had already attempted to do or have done. But I watch some things on it once in a while. Whenever I see something about it, but it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to do this. But I'm sure because it's been analyzed now for some time.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, it sure has.
They've had it for a while now. And they've probably run it through the ringer, basically looking at it and then trying to figure out all the things they can from it. But it is interesting.
It's a fun talking subject.
Let's see, how did your Ravens do this weekend? Or did they play this weekend?
Oh, we played on Thursday.
That's right. It was a Thursday game. That's right.
Yes.
I forgot.
Did you see the highlight? There was one toe that kept us from possibly evening up the score. One toe. Maybe an inch or so? And toe was out of bounds and no time on the clock.
Yeah. What did you think of Tom Brady's first go being an announcer on Fox?
Did you hear about the thing where now there's some controversy with Brady?
What about?
Where he is he's become part owner of the Raiders.
Well, I'd heard about that some time back. So what's the controversy?
And
that he can't be an announcer too?
Well, the controversy is that he's not going to be able to, or so the NFL says, to do like in-depth interviews with players at their facilities.
Ah.
For fear of, I don't think he would, but for fear of, getting info and blah, blah, and so, yeah.
Okay. I hadn't heard about that, but I don't follow the NFL like I used to, so. But it doesn't surprise me.
No.
I always thought it was funny that he bought into the Raiders, but I don't know what the connection there was, but.
I could only imagine it was just the team that he could afford to buy into.
Maybe,
so
and maybe
like
that's as simple as it was. Maybe it was just that itself. Yeah, because otherwise you would have thought he'd buy into maybe the Patriots or the Buccaneers, But yeah, what you just said makes a lot of sense. Maybe that was the only team that he could actually invest in.
Yeah, or even had anything for sale.
Yeah,
a lot of them might
true.
be very, very private.
Yeah, that could very well be the case.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you hear that like Tyreek Hill from like the Dolphins, he got detained for like a traffic violation just like a couple of days ago? It's pretty wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant he got detained from playing.
That would be funny. That would be
No.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They buy cars that are much faster than, which should be legal.
That's right.
So,
We should
open
all
them
be
up.
going 80,000 miles an hour. That's my opinion.
You want a Fred Flintstone car is what you want.
You know, I got one quick thing before you kick me off the air.
Okay.
If I have a sec.
The official word is punt.
Yeah.
We're going to punch you away. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
There was a thing in the papers about shooting birds on the wires. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. I think it was in the paper. I saw it, but I'm not positive. But go ahead. What were you going to say about it?
Are we that? What's a good word? Non-intelligent as a human race that we have to be told don't shoot birds on wires, don't shoot an apple off somebody's head, don't.
There was a sign in the bathroom I remember saying it said "Don't eat the big white mint." So I mean, yeah, maybe so.
Oh my gosh. Oh. That's funny.
But I think the answer to your question is yes. If people are going to try and do things, whether they're inebriated or not, and think it's a good idea.
Ain't that the truth? So.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I guess it's that old thing of you touch the stove as a young kid, and if it's hot, you burn your hand, and you go, okay, don't do that anymore. I don't know.
Do you have a sec?
Sure.
Or are you almost out? Okay. I was watching. This kind of refers to that the same scenario. I was watching a cooking show, and they were cooking with a taro root.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And evidently, if you eat taro root raw, it does something bad to the body. I guess they would consider it maybe not as much a poison, but maybe you could call it a poison. I'm not sure.
Some sort.
Yeah.
The toxin will get into your system and then ruin everything.
So my question would be, if you're there with your buddy and he eats a taro root and he falls deathly ill, are you going to walk over and just like, well, I'm going to do it too, just in case? Who's going to be the second guy in line to eat that, thinking that it might not happen to them?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be me, I can tell you that.
It was almost as bad as there was this dude that went on the radio.
Yeah.
And he ate a Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, this sounds. Yeah.
Now, who in the world would do something like
heard
that?
Something like that
don't
before.
know. My gosh, I'm thinking, what a knucklehead.
Yeah, what a crazy guy. Sounds. Whoa.
Without any milk around,
Yeah.
especially. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need my whole life philosophy is push it to the limit, meaning your body. You should really stretch the limit of your.
So you take that salt and pepper song straight to the heart.
Quite literally.
Okay.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess if that's it, we'll let you go, and you can holler at us tomorrow or whenever you feel like it.
Yes, I still have a list of things, but I just want to say, for some reason, I thought I heard one of you guys sign off last week saying shalom.
That would have been Noah.
That would have been me, yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, shalom to the both of you.
Shalom to you, sir. Yeah. I used to... Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I used to say... I used to say shalom when I was younger. I don't really know where I picked it up other than, going to church, reading the Bible, Jewish Bible. The shalom just it comes into the lexicon. It naturally works its way into your lexicon. And so there was a period for probably like 5 years where I would only say shalom when I left a conversation. I'd be like, well, shalom to you. I don't know. I think it's funny. I just it makes me smile.
Oy vey. And now. Well, you have a great day, sir. What's left of it. And we'll talk at you next time.
Thank you for your time. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing your time with me.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
Take it easy.
All right. This is the first time caller there.
Yeah, first time.
Your buddy.
He's a good friend of mine.
He is.
We actually,
he was listening to you. You had to have done that in the afternoon, I'm assuming.
I think that was during the Flow show with Chris, but
you said shalom at the end of the Flow show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but we're good friends. I mean, he invites me over to his house all the time for barbecue. In Prospect. He has a nice
peppers to watch you.
Nice what is it called? King's Grill. What is that brand?
That sounds right.
Like a King's Grill, nice setup, and John, really, really good stuff.
Not a George Floyd grill, but
George Floyd
or whatever his name is.
George Foreman.
Yeah. Floyd, whatever.
I think Floyd was somebody else.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
whatever.
There you go. But yeah, we're great friends. Yeah, we have this whole shtick where it's like it's like anonymous. We don't know who he is. He doesn't know us, but
But the thing about the Robert De Niro thing,
John,
that's something you would see there on. I want to say it was like Facebook. It would be famous for putting these
fake
stories on there for you to click. It was clickbait, basically.
Let me tell you something. We'll all know the day that Robert De Niro dies because they will hold a press conference. I truly believe that. I mean, he's such a legend in American
I just
cinema.
Wish he'd shut up a bit.
I'm glad he uses his mouth to speak.
That's all of one of you.
It's wild that I don't know. I think everybody is entitled to their own opinion about anything,
but nobody wants to hear your opinion. This is the thing.
Yeah, but you can say that about everybody's opinion. So
that's kind of where I'm going.
So I could
keep your opinions to yourself.
I could say the same to anybody. Then yeah,
that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
We could all say it.
All right,
think it.
Can we make an agreement on the air that we'll all keep our opinions to ourselves? Well, I mean, but the thing is, if you do that, then what's the point? I mean, it's just you need that debate. You need debate, and you kind of need that discourse to kind of work things out. And I mean, that's how people, change their opinions.
He's 81.
Yeah,
he's up there.
Won't be long, but it's gonna be a sad day.
Oh, I wasn't suggesting that. I just meant he's up there.
He is up there.
Yeah, he's up there. But I enjoyed some of his films throughout the years.
I've enjoyed all of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Wow, that's really saying something.
The Deer Hunter, John, I mean...
I never really saw that one.
Wow.
I mean, I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, that's a legendary movie, in my opinion. Christopher Walken, Robert De Niro, 1974, The Deer Hunter, a Vietnam War film... about the effects.
I know what it's about.
It's amazing. It's literally a masterfully done piece of.
Michael Bublé having a birthday today. He's 48.
Yeah, I think we talked about that, John. I think we talked about that.
I'm just trying to put it in your head.
Yeah.
It's Bublé.
Yes, I understand.
Bublé.
Well, okay.
Well, it's like you telling me about The Deer Hunter. I know the film.
Yeah,
I'm aware of it.
It's so amazing, though. I'm just saying, if you haven't seen it, you got to see it.
I'm good. But anyway.
John, you only care about the movies that you've seen.
What's wrong with that? You just said it.
Yeah.
Like you only care about the movies you've seen.
You know, you know what?
You come back to me after you've watched The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then we'll talk.
Have you ever seen Marathon Man with
No.
Oh,
Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, see, I'm aware of these films.
Yeah, John, these are amazing films. I feel less ashamed for watching The Breakfast Club.
My least favorite John Hughes film of all time.
Interesting.
I don't like that film. It's not funny. But I like John Hughes films. I just don't like that one.
Specific movie. Yeah,
it's different than for me. It's different than his other films. But that's a personal.
John, I can't believe. Can I just say this?
What's that?
This is shocking to me. You've never seen Home Alone.
That should not be shocking to you.
It's shocking to me.
If you know anything about me, you know it's not shocking.
How do you live a life? I mean, really, like to the fullest.
I'm more of a Christmas Vacation kind of guy.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin though. That's like
that really gets me running to the theater.
It's a funny film. Joe Pesci.
I don't know.
You'd rather watch Joe Pesci from any other mafioso film.
You got that right.
Goodfellas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cop-out, John.
No, it's not. I liked him in Casino as well.
Okay. That was a good movie.
And that's got De Niro in it.
It does, yeah.
As well. So you got, just over 2 minutes left. So, give us a call, 434-394-0924. We made the line available in case anybody else would like to chime in.
Yep. Now's your chance to call in and talk to John about how he hasn't seen Home Alone before. And that's...
It's going to be a short discussion.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. This is not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'm more of a... I'd watch It's a Wonderful Life before I'd watch that.
You say it's not your cup of tea, but you haven't seen the movie. In my opinion...
But you're forgetting that they showed previews for these movies when they were coming out, and that movie got a lot of previews.
I think previews is a really I think it does a disservice to movies in general. A preview is like a major, just like a 3-minute long spoiler alert. I think you should go into movies blind, maybe see the poster and read the description, but actually watching clips from a movie, I don't know. It takes you out of it because when you're watching the actual movie and then you see a scene from the trailer or the clips, it's I don't know. It takes me out of the cinema watching experience. The only time I will watch a trailer, John, is after I've seen the movie. I'll be like, okay, what did the trailer look like?
Well, you do things backwards. That's okay.
Yeah. I wear short sleeves in the winter and long sleeves in the summer.
Right.
A little backwards.
You ever seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
No.
Well, then you talk to me after you see that.
Okay.
Because that right there is my idea of a better film. That was Tim Burton, by the way.
Yeah, Pee-wee Herman.
Yep. Yeah. Boy and his bike. Mm-hmm. And he goes after it. You know where he goes to find it?
Where? Alamo. Wow.
In the basement.
Okay.
And then he finds out there is no basement.
Oh, God.
And that rocks his world, kind of like you. It rocked his world.
Yeah. Well, John, I think you killed this minute.
That's what I tried to do.
You did a good job, John.
And boom, did it again.
Just like that.
Have a great day. Bye.